XCOM Enemy Unknown is a reimagining of the critically acclaimed strategy game on PC's UFO Enemy Unknown back from 1995. This turn-based tactical squad game was known for its brutal difficulties and its addicting gameplay. XCOM is hoping to emulate its past successes and rekindle fond memories of the fans of the series, but also get new players involved who missed out on it first time round. Is it worth taking up arms to defend the Earth, or should we bend the knee to this alien overlord of the enemies of Unknown?
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative. Good luck, Commander.
The game begins with Earth being bombarded with devices that are alien in nature, causing the world nations to back the XCOM project, an extraterrestrial combat unit that handles first contact situations if it all goes balls up. You take the role of the commander of XCOM, who must manage the base operations, diplomatic matters, and commanding the squad out on the field. It sounds simple enough, but with the aliens' attacks getting more and more dramatic and more countries panicking, it becomes a story of what if? As the commander, you have no face or voice, so the story is told to the player through the officers, scientists and soldiers of XCOM, each with their own personalities and priorities of what they think the XCOM project should do next. Even though the story isn't much here other than aliens invading and trying to find out what they are doing, its visuals and sound are what bring it to life and makes it quite a menacing story, and how screwed we would be if aliens did invade and the destruction they would cause. No Doctor Who could save us from these aliens.
What are they?
Their technology is far beyond ours.
Then I'd say our work is cut out for us, Doctor.
The game is split into two sections: tactical squad-based missions and XCOM base management. It doesn't seem like a lot for this game that's this big, but the level of detail that's been put into each is quite impressive. During the missions, you'll have different objectives that can be approached from many angles, from disabling alien bombs, raiding alien spaceships, rescuing civilians, etc, etc. Each mission generally boils down to killing all the aliens in the area though. But it might not be that simple, depending on the aliens you're facing. Once your squad has succeeded or lost the mission, you will return to the base with the spoils of war and injuries alike. Now is the time to make choices. Should you expand your XCOM base facilities, research or buy new technology to tackle the alien advances, manage your satellite system and hangar bay, and your troops in the barracks? All of these cost credits, which is given to you every month by the Council, representatives of the world nations. They will keep giving you credits until you start neglecting their countries. If you keep it up for long though, they will withdraw from the XCOM project, cutting your funds. It's a fun tug of war. Should you build more satellites to help the nations stop panicking, or put resources into new weaponry for your soldiers that you depend on to complete missions to reduce panic in those areas? But there are other ways to gain credits, from filling out requests to nations such as giving them weaponry and medical supplies, to visiting the black market where you can sell the spoils of war for cash. But this might cripple your research into new technology. This game is about choice, and making the wrong one could cripple you in the long run.
This is the most physically aggressive specimen we've discovered so far, which the troops fondly refer to as the Muton. I can only assume there's a colourful backstory for such a designation.
When you finish managing your base, you will send out your soldiers to different priority spots on the planet. Here the game becomes a turn-based strategy game. Your squad will be deployed, and it's up to you to position and advance them across the battlefield to confront the alien menace from an over-the-top view of the map. Each squad member gets 2 moves per turn, from moving and firing and using items, or dashing to cover points to sacrifice their attack move. You'll eventually encounter aliens through the fog of war, and this is where the game truly begins. When you do spot aliens, they gain a bonus move to seek cover. It can be frustrating since you can never actually ambush them or flank their cover, but you'll soon come to live with it as a normal of the game. It's generally advised to take a slow and steady pace across the map, because if you dash into the fog of war, you could alert all the aliens on the map. Instead of picking off 2 at a time, you could be dealing with 5 to 10 aliens at a time. Each soldier begins as a rookie, but can soon be promoted to sniper, heavy, assault and support soldiers, each with their own unique perks and weapon customizations. Then there is equipment that can augment your troops more. Once you take this all into consideration, it's time to kill some X-rays. Percent is your lord and master while on the battlefield. When you choose to attack an enemy, you're given a % chance of hitting them. So depending on your distance to the enemy, cover, flanking, weaponry, all of these can affect your chance of hitting them. It's all a roll of the dice. The game has been designed so you can't quick save and reload if you miss either. It has predetermined if you will hit or miss before giving you the % chance of actually hitting the enemy after it's taken into consideration all the conditions. It's fair, but sometimes feels like the game is killing you on purpose. For example, during one of my playthroughs, my 6 6-man squad of soldiers got taken down by one muton. I was given 65 to 75% chance of hitting him every time, and I missed every single shot. Aliens come in all sizes and each with their own deadly abilities. From the Thin Man who spit out poison clouds, the Chrysalid with its insane movement speed, if kills someone immediately, turns them into a zombie and eventually spawns a new Chrysalis out of the corpse of that zombie. You've got to prioritise your targets and not let them take advantage of your position, because if you do, prepare to die very quickly because they will not hold back their dirty tricks. There are times when bugs pull you out of the game though, when you can shoot enemies through walls or horrific cinematic kill shots just showing you the floor instead, but these are all just minor bugs.
Hello, Commander. We require your assistance with a unique matter. We expect that you will give it the same level of attention as you would for any other project objective. Farewell, Commander. We know you will not disappoint us.
This game is a treat to play. From the looks of the aliens and encountering new species and technology they use, the environment on the other hand are a bit disappointing. You will encounter the same maps throughout the campaign, but your starting location begins slightly differently. Even the shot down saucer missions have the ships in the same crash location every time. You'll either be in a busy city centre location or woods. Would have been nice to see some rural areas like countryside, snow plains, deserts, etc. You do get to go inside some alien bases though, but these are few and far between. A lot of these old maps could have been altered as well depending on the weather as well, but there isn't any here apart from one map which has a flooded street. There are only a few musical pieces in the game, but they help amplify the tension of your desperate fight versus the aliens. The sound effects of the weapons and aliens are superb, and the cinematic shots that are used when killing enemies are amazing and get you pumped up, especially when it's a low % chance to hit. The death sounds of your squad dying is heartbreaking as well, because they zoom in for a cinematic death shot to amplify the error you've made as well. You're not getting this person back who's been through all these missions and it's all your fault. Voice work is pretty good as well, especially the council member representative. It's one of the best voiceovers in gaming I've encountered this year. It's so sinister, and when he's disappointed in you, you feel like a kid who's messed up dramatically. XCOM is an amazing tactical strategy game for PCs, PlayStation 3 and Xbox. I would recommend playing it once and experimenting with all the systems, then restart your game so you know what you're going to get on your second playthrough, because I can't imagine anyone finishing this on their first playthrough on normal difficulty, unless you've used the FAQ. There's even classic difficulty options based on the old game and Iron Man mode, where you have only one save, so if you screw up, there's no going back. If you're looking for a game which will challenge you, look no further than XCOM.